Hey everyone, in this video we are going to travel the Dundas Track. This track is located in the southern goldfield region of Western Australia and goes from the town of Ravensthorpe to the old mining town of Dundas.
I'm just up from Nindibillup Creek now, about 30 metres sort of north of it, and yeah, just parked car here. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to go down to the creek just here and yeah, just show you something. So there's just a little foot track just down. The creek's only just down here. Yeah, so it is kind of amazing what you see and find out on these tracks. This trip I think I'll sort of go down tracks as I see them, or have a look for any features that I can find along the way. But yeah, just here, check this out. Now I don't know if this pool has a name, but yeah, it's a pretty good looking pool, isn't it? I don't know how deep it is. I'd say it'd be fairly deep. You can see that in the past there has been some activity here. They have sort of built it up a fair bit, but yeah, pretty interesting. So we're at another track, another side track now, just here. That doesn't look too much of a track. So yeah, we're going to follow down that now. Ah, well, look at that, it's a pretty nice pool, isn't it? Nice to find this down the end of the track. Bit of water in it, not too deep, but it's fairly a large surface area, which is yeah, quite nice, isn't it? So just standing on top of the rock here next to the pool, there's the pool there. You can also see there's another pool on this side, which is quite large and quite deep, I would imagine. It almost looks sort of man-made up the end there, but I do believe it's natural, just caused by the water flowing over the rocks and digging deep into the sand structure. Here we are now on the Cascades Road, which is a road which goes up to Lake King over here, or the Lake King Norseman Road up this way, and down this way is all the farmlands of Esperance. So yeah, this is a bit of a get out of jail free card, if you like, if you want to get off the track, or of course you can come on this way as well. So yeah, there's the track heading that way. That's the way we're going to go now.
Here's 3 puddles on the track we had to pass. Now we're on the way to Welcome Spring. Although it looks fairly thick here, it only lasted 100 metres or so before it thinned out, so we were able to drive in easily all the way to the spring.
Well, we're at Welcome Spring, though it doesn't really look like a spring, does it? Mind you, I mean, many years ago, like, 100 years ago, this would have been dug out a lot more. There's some sort of infrastructure here as well, maybe some sort of pumping system. But yeah, just over the years, with lack of use, it just sort of fills in, and, to be honest, I doubt it's a spring anyway, but that's what they called it. But, I'm glad we found this though. It's not the most popular of spots, but here we are. Yeah, g'day. We're still on the main road now, but I've just come across a track here, which is the original track. So we'll go down that one there. That looks a bit damp just on the top there, but that's all right. We'll survive. And you can see here as well is the other end of the track from Welcome Spring, where we were just this morning. So we couldn't find the other end of that track, so I'm not sure how far it goes there until it goes into nothing. But yeah, that's the track there. So anyway, we'll head down this track now, and that eventually comes out to the southern end of Dog Rock, and we'll head there. So we've been going down this track now for a few kilometres, and the track is really thick, really overgrown. I don't believe that many vehicles travel this track. In fact, I'd be very surprised if anyone's been down this track for many, many years. I can see why, because I mean, generally people wouldn't take their vehicles through this kind of terrain, We've done about 8 kilometres now along that track, and came to this sort of bit of a clearing here, and yeah, to be honest, I'm going to take this opportunity to get out of here, because yeah, it is so thick, and like they've pushed everything to the side here. I don't know really where the track is now, but yeah, you can just see what kind of damage it's doing to the car. It's like don't know whether it's worth it, to be honest, but anyway, it's not so bad. I think I might be able to get around to Dog Rock from this other road. Hopefully this clearing, this sort of cleared area here will take me out to the main track again. I don't know, but we'll follow it and find out. So we're just turning off the main road now into a road that's supposed to go past Dog Rock. Now this is a little bit closer to civilization, I guess, so I'm hoping that this track's going to be in a little bit better condition, but this should swing round in a couple of kilometres and join the other track which I left before, and then I will head to the east around the southern end of the rock, and we'll see what's going on there. So I'm on Dog Rock now. I couldn't see any tracks that go around to the south. There is a track marked there on the really old maps, but I can't make it through. So I've just come up to the top, or near the top now, and you can see Peak Charles here in the background. I'll head that way later after here. So it's a pity I couldn't get around to the south of the rock where the track is, the old track, but that's the way it goes. So I'll just head around on the normal track, the main track, until I coincide with the old track again at some stage. Anyway, it's a nice day. I'll keep going. Hello, so we've just come along the track further from Dog Rock, and we've come to the next intersection to the east, and it's a bit of an intersection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks. So I'll just show you what they are. So up that way there, that goes up to the Lake King Norseman Road. Down this way here, that goes to Peak Eleanor and eventually Esperance, down a rough old track which I haven't been down since 2007. That track there, don't know where that goes. And this one here is the original Dundas track, and now it actually is a well-made track, a proper official track, but it is Dundas track nonetheless. So we'll follow that around eventually to Peak Charles. But first I want to show you something. Just up this track here to the Lake King Norseman Road here, just up here is actually a nammer hole, a water hole, which not too many people know about, so I'll show you that. I just come back from that nammer hole now up the road, and I'm just back at the intersection now because I forgot to show you something last time, and that is the actual Dundas track that I couldn't find from Dog Rock. That's the other end of it there where it joins up the intersection. So you can see that no one's really driven on it for quite a fair while, which sort of explains why I couldn't find it around about the area of Dog Rock. Anyway, let's head up to Peak Charles, hey? I'm not going to climb it, but I'll have a bit of a look around. I guess this track's probably called these days the Peak Charles Access Track. So we're on that. So about 4 or 5 kilometres out of Peak Charles, the original track crossed this track, and it looked like it was fairly drivable. So I went down it about 400 metres, and then it petered out and I couldn't find the track again, so that's unfortunate. So I've just come back out onto this track again. The original track never veers more than about 1 kilometre from the track that I'm on anyway, for at least for this next section up until the Lake King Norseman Road, so it's not too bad. So we're at the intersection now of the Lake King Norseman Road and the Lake King Kermal Road, which heads in this direction to the east. So we're going to keep going up this way along this track. Now, the Lake King Norseman Road in this section pretty much aligns itself spot on to the original Dundas track. So yeah, we'll keep going up this way. Just come down the track and we're about a kilometre or so from Moir Rock now. Now I just thought I'd stop here because I want to show you this historical track here. This track here, just heading south, is actually called Moir's Track, and it's a historical track. It goes all the way down to where the Moirs used to live, down near Fanny Cove. Now if you follow this now, it's about 50 k's like this through the bush. It crosses a couple of tracks, like graded tracks and stuff, but just you can pass them through for about 50 kilometres, and then it opens out into farmland again. You can get eventually down to Fanny Cove, but you'll have to zigzag around and around the farmland. But there's a few interesting features along the way anyway, like you've got the Lort River and this waterhole, or this series of waterholes called the Cups, which is down here as well, which is quite interesting. Just after Moir's Rock we turn north along a track, and this will take us to Gilmore Rocks. Now in the old days, I know some old timers used to come here to get water, so I'm hoping there might be some indication that they've been there. Well, you know, I don't know at all. There might be a nammer hole there, or a tank, or somewhere they can get water. We'll soon find out anyway, because it's only a couple of k's up the track. So I'm on Gilmore's Rock now. This is quite a nice pool, isn't it? I don't think it's what I'm looking for. I mean, at its greatest depth, it's about 1 foot deep, you know. So once a few days of hot summer sun come out, this will just all evaporate. There is another smaller pool, maybe 150 metres away, which I've had a look at. It's about half the size of this one. Once again, it's not really what I'm looking for. So there you go. I'll head down the Dundas track now again. Now in a few kilometres we're going to reach the main Coolgardie Esperance Highway, and when we get to the highway I'll probably have a bit of a look around the corner there for Gilmore's Hotel, which might not exist anymore. It's at best an old ruin, so and at worst I won't even find it. Then we'll travel up the main highway for a few kilometres, 2 or 3 kilometres, and then we'll turn off to the left again, or to the west, and get back on the original track. Okay, so now we've come up the bitumen for a couple of kilometres since the turn off. Now I didn't find Gilmore's pub or hotel, so I don't know where that is. It's probably just completely gone back to nature. Back in the old days too, when people moved from place to place, they actually moved actual buildings, so because the raw materials were so hard to find, they just took pieces from other buildings. Anyway, there was also a rock. Walter Dunn, when he came up here, he said there was a rock called Monday Rock in between Moir Rock and Stennett Rock, which is just up the track here. But I couldn't find a rock, let alone a rock called Monday. Anyway, so now I'm just going to head up the track and keep going.
This dam is fed from nearby Stennett Rock, and the workmanship has mostly stood the test of time.
So this is McPherson's rock here. There's a whopping big tank on the top here. This is actually empty, and it doesn't appear to have any of the infrastructure that used to pump the water to it in sight, so it must have been all removed. But yeah, this is only about a kilometre from Bromus Dam.
Here is Bromus Dam, not far from the highway. From here we joined the main highway and commenced our final leg of the journey.
So it looks like as far as from Bromus Dam to Dundas, we can't actually pick up any of the original Dundas track, which is a bit of a shame. One of the reasons for that is that just a couple of kilometres down where I thought I could have picked up the track is actually an active mining area, so I couldn't actually go in, and there was actually a guy just getting in through the lock gates saying, "No mate, you can't come in here." And I said, where's the next opportunity to come in after the mine? And he said, that's the main tourist track, which I'm on now. So, you know, here we are. So we're almost at Dundas, almost at the end of the route. So yeah, can't wait to see what's there. Someone's nicked the plaque, eh? The price of brass must be going up. We're at Dundas now. Standard interpretive signs here. There's a bit of a walk around with a marked trail around here too, so you can have a bit of a look at that. So look, I hope you enjoyed the video. It is a pity that we couldn't follow the exact Dundas track all the way, but I think we're pretty well close to it. So anyway, thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you next time.